today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. The New York Jets taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and...
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership. That's what he's trying to accomplish.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down.
5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense. You got to be smarter than that, man. Come on.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They're connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
The pass.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run here with Robinson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
James Robinson.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 17 yards out. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He completes this one to Mack. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Charles, we're going to look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because, to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
They'll run the screen with Mack. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain, second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Brings up second and 10. At the 22-yard line.
The Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Now it's Crowder. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They went 3-and-out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, first and 10. He was trying to find Mo Alley Cox, his tight end, but it'll be second down.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, Kaepernick. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a second and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Jaguars will take over at their 20-yard line.
20-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Jets are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Here's Kaepernick. This is caught. Watkins. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
Brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one of...
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
The extra point up and good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over first and...
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
2nd and 9 now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Eifert has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Is good.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Madden, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it. and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Ashton Davis there on the coverage.
He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st down, Jaguars.
On the run, it's Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. 2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Benson, the ball carrier.
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson as the 1st half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the 2nd half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead. So
not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Their own 32-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Yeah, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Titans out in front in that one. Ryan Tannehill looking good. 2 touchdown passes. From there, let's head up to Cincinnati to check in on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And they lead that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Auden Tate, 2 touchdown catches in that 1st half alone. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take.
A lot better.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Jacksonville.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
He's got Burton here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 21.
They run. Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. And the Jaguar first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Kaepernick. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 13.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
26-yard line.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Down out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Crowder now to return. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week one, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
First down, Jaguars.
They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week one in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Jacksonville, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Jets,